Good morning. Welcome to Morning Chat. Behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. As my person that I like to watch, MJ will say, get on, get in here, get in here, get in here. Mm-hmm. Hold on, sir. This Mr. Hello 67 child. Oh. Mm. Just why? This young man thinks, knows. He's sexy as hell. And he's supposed to have been homeless at some point.
Can I go to the tunnel show tonight with my friend? Mike? Yeah, hell no. I don't think so. Badass boy. Always hanging around me. Drinking. Smoking. Every day since you stay away from me. Lunch. She raised mine for 10 years.
I had to comment on that one.
See you, man. Well, she still thinks I'm comfortable. Still comfortable with me, Bob? Let's go. This is his first show. It's not a potential mechanics. Got me. Hold on, man. No need, oh. Yo, we'll get a dunk job, boy.
All right. Yeah, y'all get to see me eat. This morning, what you're hearing in the background is um hey, you made it early, girl. How you doing, Jay Cush? How you doing? Waving at you. How you doing? You getting this behind the scenes. Why haven't you subscribed to my YouTube? What you talking about, Willis? What y'all hearing is, what's this, the new edition story? Yeah. Part one. Which just was on what I was setting up. Poor Bobby Brown couldn't handle it being up there by himself at first. Mm-mm. Okay. So I had me some smoked beef turkey sauce. I mean beef sauce, beef turkey sauce. Beef turkey? Sausage with some cheese eggs, more like a cheese omelet. Just my medication, right? See, that's a setup, Bobby. It's a setup, Bobby. They was there. They saw everything. They saw everything, Bobby. Okay, so I'm gonna put on my lipstick, and I think I have the shade in my purse. Oh yeah, there we go. You know what the shade's gonna be. If you watch me a little bit, you know what the shade's gonna be. I got on black. I'm black. Guess what it's gonna be? Guess what it's gonna be? I have to put my hair up before I. So while I am putting my hair up and preparing y'all, child, let me tell you what I did yesterday. So, if anyone tuned in on Wednesday, what's this? Is Friday. So anybody who tuned in on Wednesday know that I had my colonoscopy screening, and I also had to have an endoscopy because I had to have the endoscopy because I was um I'm anemic. So they have to, according to them, also see if there's any, if I'm bleeding anywhere else in my gastric system. Like, I guess if I have I don't know. I have no idea. Don't ask. I don't know. I mean, seeing if like in my stomach, do I have ulcer, bleeding ulcers or something like that? And then, of course, the screening is to make sure I don't have any cancerous cells in my colon that may cause colon cancer. So, if you're African American, you can get your colon screening. Check with your insurance if you have insurance. If you don't have insurance, get insurance. Okay, that's going to be one of my top. That's going to be the topic today. It's going to be my opinion on universal health care. But in America, in the U.S., we do not have universal health care. I know there has been talks of wanting it, but Aetna and Cigna and Blue Cross and Blue Shield, I don't know, are they still in operation? Because they used to be the premier insurance company to have. Kaiser, all of them don't want universal health care because they can't. Matter of fact, they felt some type of way when they had to take on people. When Obama did Affordable Care Act, allow people who had pre-existing conditions to get health care that, you could have pre-existing conditions before Affordable Care Act, but you have to be working for someone. Like, you have to get that insurance through your job. So if you are asthmatic and you've been asthmatic all your life, if you try to get insurance on your own, you wouldn't be able to get it, or you would pay so much money just to get that, so that you can take care of your insurance, your health care. You know what I'm saying? And the reason for that is business. It's business. It's that way. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but going on, I'm not gonna give you too much sauce. You got a little bit of the 15 minutes of funk. Um, Instagram. But if you haven't gotten it, get your health care. Get it. Get your colonoscopy. Um, and just a side note, behind the scenes side note. Why is it when people get stuff, like when they go and finally get their screenings for stuff, whatever, now they're trying to get everybody else to go get it. Like when people got the shot, and whoever got the shot was like, go get the shot, go get the shot. Like, why? If you don't get it, I mean, I don't hate you for it. I get it. I mean, shoot, it took me to 50 to get mine. And it's not big. And let me tell you how bad it was how I could have gotten it at 45, possibly. I used to work at a gastroenterologist office, and they're the ones that do the colonoscopies. Back in 2017, I'm pretty sure I could have asked one of the doctors to do my, colonoscopy because I'm of age. I'd be paying, maybe I'd have got a discount, and they could have just taken my money out of my check. But I was like, but no, though.
Me and my friends, we want to start from the same. And what we want to know is.
So I had no excuse.
Hold up, we can be good though. We got potential. Come on, man.
Listen, man. Listen. So y'all work with kids, all right? Wait.
Wood Harris is a real good actor. I like him. I think I would like him as a person. He seemed mad chill. You know what I'm saying? But these are characters. He plays those characters, so maybe he's just put mad chill in the characters that he plays. These kids are out at night after a club in Boston. Black boys out. But see, it was different in the 80s, y'all. It was so different in the 80s. The things that we wouldn't dare do now, we did to our kids back then, or was done to us in the 80s, and my son wasn't born. If we had a bike, and don't let our parents work at night or something, I didn't have that privilege. My mom was a stay-at-home mom the majority of my life. Okay. And definitely during my teenage years. You know what I'm saying? She was a stay-at-home mom. So the only way I was getting out is if I snuck out. And I honestly was definitely afraid of being caught in that. I think my mom would have killed me. Okay? My mom would have killed me. Kilt. 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 Okay? Not killed, not Killed. Kilt. Okay? Okay. Earrings on. We're going to have to put that back. So I can be ready for the real show. The behind the scenes is where you get to see me get prepared. Woo, woo, woo. Okay. This camera's about to make me slap it. Hmm. Okay. All that stuff. Okay. You know what? I told myself that I was going to get out by 7:45, the latest 7:50. I should have known that meant I'm not going to leave out of here until 8:30. I'm not going to get to work until 9. I already know. Who told you to turn off? You turn on when I turn you on. There we go. Let me get stuff in place. Put that back there. Let's put this here. And let's go. Okay. Good morning. Welcome to the morning chat where I tell you what's on my mind in the morning time. How you all doing? I hope y'all had a restful night's sleep. Oh yeah, I did. I enjoyed my sleep last night. I had a sleep last night. How y'all doing? So, um, morning announcement. I survived my colonoscopy. I survived. I did survive. As long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. Oh, how are you all doing? Um, Basically, anyone who was here on the last morning chat, I had my colonoscopy yesterday. And it went well. It went well. It went well. There was a couple of polyps. If you don't know what a polyp is, look it up. If you're watching this, you got a computer in your hand or on your desk. Look it up. But the doctor is positive that it is non-cancerous. So I am going to encourage you, if you are African American, you can get your colonoscopy as early as the age 45. You can get it. I just want to let you know you can. I said I'm encouraging you, but I will encourage you. I did mine. It seems scary because you're being put under, and basically they have this long the tube camera on to check out your colon and I also had an endoscopy because I'm anemic. So they had to check the upper part of my upper gastric system, like down my throat into my stomach, to make sure that I didn't have any bleeding there. So the reason why, to see if there was any gastric reasons for my anemia. So with that said, child, take iron pills when I get off here. Okay, so with that said, I survived and I encourage you to get it. If you don't feel like getting it, you don't feel like it's a thing for you, you control your body for now. Okay? You control your body for now. No judgment from this auntie. Okay? Um If you do decide to go get it, it's not, I know it may make you a little nervous, but you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Okay? You'll be fine. You will be fine. It's a common procedure. Not too many people mess those up on common procedures unless you didn't tell them something about your body. Okay? Oh, I don't even think Cardi B even do that anymore, but I still love it. So I'm gonna keep on doing it because I like it. I love you, Cardi. Anyway, child, this last night before I went to sleep, I was watching TGIF. I mean TGIF, yeah, TGIF on Fox Soul with those people and with Claudia Jones. I want to say it's Claudia Jones. I'm just gonna say I know it's definitely Claudia, Q, and Al. Right, Al Reynolds, Q. I don't know what his last name is, Chad. Um, um, uh, and they were talking, they was just doing their celebrity news or was hot topics, and one of them was, I don't know if you remember the guy who give relationship advice, Derek Jackson, right? Fine, dark skin, thirst trap of a man. Okay, I'm gonna keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? And then we later found out that he cheated, that he was cheating on his wife, and they had this whole video with viral where she looking crazy, looking like she had a bonnet on when it was really like it was a hat, not a bonnet, but it looked like a bonnet. Whole thing, and people kind of went in on them and their relationship. So I guess she then finally, after a damn year, then got fed up with everybody coming at them and their relationship. And she decided to get online and curse, not curse out, not cuss, but curse out, curse people, saying some mess about may may the wives become widows and all this other stuff. She's using a Bible verse to curse anyone who came for her and her husband and their relationship. And I'm like, oh, so much immature child of God. I felt like that was the wrong. When they showed that snippet, what I thought was she was trying to do a Tabitha Brown. Okay, when Wendy Williams came for her and her husband, Tabitha and her husband, and have her opinion on and predict what will happen with her retiring her husband. Okay, and Tabitha came back with a good old fashioned Southern blessing. Okay, and I felt like she was kind of trying to do a Tabitha Brown, and she used scriptures, and baby, it was no Tabitha. That's what I get. That's when I saw the snippet that they showed on Fox Soul. That's what I got. And it was a Tabitha Brown fail, because the difference between her and Tabitha was actually saying that in love, she gathered Wendy. Okay, she gathered Wendy. Okay, whereas in Homegirl, what I saw was a little kid imitating a mature woman. And she's a little kid in Christ. So it's like, you shouldn't have done that. You know what I'm saying? But that wasn't really what that really grinded my gears. It was the way Q went in on her. Okay. And how Claudia a little bit went in on her. Now I had to fast forward past that part of I had to fast forward past that part of the show because I really like Q, Funky Dineva, and Claudia and Al. Okay, but the way they came for that woman, it was uncalled for, and I could tell that that was a very immature response. Okay, it was a very immature response. It screamed, "I was hurt by the church." And anybody who have ever watched or listened or followed Funky Dineva, you know he's been hurt by the church because he's a gay man and from the South, and I know my brothers and sisters in the church has done him wrong. I know. I'm not gay, but I'm not gay at all. But when I got pregnant, had sex outside of marriage, when I got pregnant, the way they treated me, I should have turned away from God long time ago. Okay? But then there were some good church people who actually had the Spirit of God in them that took me in and took care of me. And I'm thankful. And the ones that did it were my parents. Okay? It was my parents that turned their back on me. Okay? And I was a grown ass woman. I was 25 when I got pregnant. I didn't get pregnant at 15. Okay? I got pregnant at 24. Well, no, I was 24. I had my son at 25. At 24, when my parents turned their back on me as a grown adult. But it also taught me to stand up and take what they've taught me in all. And I learned to give grace to my parents because they're people and they thought they were doing right. You know what I'm saying? But that part, but he was hurt, and he was just spewing church hurt. He got hurt by the church and her cursing. Oh, he just went in on her. And it's like, all I see is childishness. You take my ball, I'm gonna take my ball back. But it pissed me off so bad. The way they went in on her. I was disappointed in Derek Jackson's wife. I don't know her name. That she chose to do it that way. But I am, and I give her grace, and I still extend grace to everybody, all the people in the issue. But it's like, I was so upset. I almost went live last night. But I said, you know what now? See the maturity in me said, one, I don't want no smoke because I feel like Funky Dineva would be able to. I'm feeling much better, son, as my baby. My baby's in on Instagram. He was so much there for me. I am so happy that he was there for me. Yesterday, he took me there. He actually held off having interviews or solidifying interviews because he had obligations he obligated himself to take me to get my procedure yesterday. And he was there. He was on time. He made sure I got into the house safely. Man, when you do right and you pray for a good relationship with your children, let me tell you, it works. You know, it was a little rough during the teenage years, and I blame me because it's hard for parents to let go and allow their children to experience their experiences. Okay. You try to control them, but they're not little anymore. And they're just trying to learn to make their own decisions. And I know that sounds so white, but there's something into it. Sometimes you gotta let go and let God do what they do, what He do, and he has to learn his own thing. You know what I'm saying? But he has grown and he's gotten mature. I'm so proud of most of the decisions he's made. Some I was questioning. I questioned this. I just, all right, Jesus, watch my baby. I'm just gonna be over here and keep my mouth shut with tears in my eyes, like I know a better way. Don't go down that way. But it's his life. But going on. But that had made me so hot yesterday. So freaking hot yesterday. When I watched that, and I so much so that I had to speed past it because then if I would have got involved, it just have been a whole bunch of a cycle of this. But they had their opinion. I must say though, Al Reynolds' opinion was more on point to where I felt. She said he was like, I was disgusted that she used the Bible to try to curse people in the name of Jesus. He said something to that aspect. And I was like, that's what I'm talking about. And yes, right. You should be disgusted by anyone, even if they're in the church, when they go there. Because there is people in the church that they're immature Christians, immature. Because I see it as they get older, you're gonna know you can't curse people. I love you. Anyway, they'll do that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, but Funky Dineva and Claudia came at her, and it's the very reason why she felt like she had to go live and come back at you. It's like, come on, come on. It's not. It had nothing. I believe that now. I'm not going to say anything, but I'm going to say what I believe. This is my opinion. Me opinions. Okay, it's mine alone. Okay. I believe that Funky Dineva said something about her looks. And why you mad at me because your husband cheated? She's not mad at you because her husband cheated. She's mad because y'all keep coming for her and her husband. And you expect her to just take that shit because she stay, and then you say that she's stupid. But let's talk about your girl Beyonce that y'all love so much. That woman stayed with a man. That woman stayed with a man that cheated on her the majority of their relationship and didn't really stop and have any type of remorse until she released the freaking album. Lemonade. Till she released Lemonade and outed him on his ish. Okay, if this be true. And she stayed with this man. And her sister, remember the whole elevator thing? She sat in that corner and let her sister go off on her man until she started trying to hit him. And just like, come on now, sis, you're going too far. Okay? But none of y'all sitting up here talking about, and it didn't, and you can't even say that she's with him for the money or the clout because Beyonce, she has that and more. She don't need Jay-Z. She is just as stupid as if you think that Derek Jackson's wife is stupid, so is Beyonce. So keep that same energy you have for Beyonce for Derek Jackson's wife. Okay? Or keep the same energy you have for Derek Jackson's wife and have the same thing for your girl Beyonce. Okay? And cheating has nothing to do with your part. Whoever cheats has nothing to do with how that partner looks, acts, or whatever. I've seen horrendously non-attractive women and or men with beautiful partners, okay? And they are faithful to those non-attractive people, okay? They're faithful. They wouldn't leave that ugly heifer, okay, if it saved his life. Okay? So miss me with the BS. about it being looks or how she dressed or her being digmatized. If she was digmatized, so Beyonce was digmatized. And guess who's still married? And do you think all of a sudden, because of Lemonade and he's released 444, that he's actually all of a sudden faithful? That's my opinion. Okay. And as all this, I mean, as far as Beyonce, what I'm only basing it off of Lemonade. Okay. By the way, allegedly, I don't know if he's cheating. He didn't cheat with me. I wasn't there. I don't know if he really, really cheated. Allegedly. I shouldn't say allegedly. When I do this, Akara, I'm telling myself when I edit this, put allegedly here. Okay. For those who was watching this live, you got it. I said what I said. Okay. Allegedly, he cheated. He meaning Jay-Z and Derek. We don't know. Well, no, Derek admitted to it. Sorry. We know because he said it for himself. Jay-Z never, Sean Carter or Jay-Z, neither one has admitted to cheating. Okay. And I didn't listen to his album. I don't know who he was talking about. But to everyone I spoke to, I pray that y'all have a really great life. And you learn from your mistakes. Okay. The message here is show grace. Okay. People are growing, they are learning. Okay. People do immature things. Also, I recognize that the hosts of I did that. That's an extra. There was a host. Okay, child. The host of TGI Friday on Fox Soul. It's their job to make it entertaining. It's their job to make it entertaining. Okay. It's their job to make it entertaining. So yes, they're supposed to do that. So they're doing their job. I just didn't like that part of their job. This is what it is. But I have my opinion, and I try not to make it a part of, I don't go into people's comments and troll and say nasty, mean things. But I will use my own platform or my own what I claim as mine, and this is me to say what I feel about it. Okay. So, that part. So now it's time for me to get into the 15 minutes of funk. There ain't no jump. Okay. So what that means is Instagram gotta go bye. I will see you on Monday. All right. Bye. Okay. Ugh, that man. Whoo, child. Okay, let's get into the 15 minutes of funk. So, I want to talk about my opinion on universal health care. Oh, dag, I have my book all the way over there. So, I'm just going to have to do this off the cuff, where I want to talk about the pros and cons of universal health care. But before I get into it, I want to explicitly make it very clear that I am not a physician. I am not hired by an insurance company or any company that promotes universal health care. Okay. So this is completely my opinion. I have done no research. Okay. I have done I haven't gone deep into, this is just my opinion, what I think, what I think. Okay, it's according to Akara, not what my professional opinion. Okay, that's another channel. Okay, so this is how I feel. The pros of universal health care is, I think that if we had universal health care in the United States, that more people would go to the doctor for the littlest things. And I think that a lot of things will be prevented because we will be going to the doctor. You have a persistent headache for the full week, you're going to go to the doctor on Monday or whenever the doctor's open. Okay, I've been having a persistent headache. Okay, boom. You're gonna go there if your stomach has been hurting, or you find that you have you can't eat when whatever. You're going to take care of the smallest thing. A person would take care of the smallest things once, you know, if we had universal health care. That's what I believe. Okay. I also believe that the pro in having universal health care is that everyone will have it. Everyone could be able to go to the doctor. Duh, that's universal health care, right? Um, Another pro of it is that I feel like, as I'm remembering what I had wrote down, is that we wouldn't have doctors having us do, or at least I would feel more confident that when I go to the doctors, I'm getting what I need, not all this extra mess so that they can get money. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you need to do this and you need to go here and you got to get this test done and that test done and that test done and this test done. You was like, I've seen this before. Let's see how, take this, take that. They won't be prescribing all kinds of medication. That okay, I'm gonna go into that later on the cons. There will only be medications. Only medications that is going to be given is ones that has proven to work for that, because the government isn't going to, it's not going to be like, here's a tester, or you're not, and I'm gonna tell you because I worked for a doctor before, okay, and yes, those pharmaceutical representatives be coming in and whining and dining them doctors and their staff so that they can recommend their drug. That would end. That would end. Okay, that would end. They will only you can't bribe me by taking us out to lunch and giving us lobster tails and shrimp cocktails, you know what I'm saying, to woo us to use your product or whatever, or your pharmaceutical. Now they don't do lobster tails and shrimp cocktails. They don't do it, but they be buying us lunch, and some of them was really, especially around the holidays, child. Yes, and they be. To me, it is a legal way of bribery. Okay, there's no money exchange except for them for the food that they fed us, the staff. You know what I'm saying? To recommend their drug. That would it. No, we're going to use amoxicillin, not this new fangled drug. It have to go through a governmental process to be used for this ailment. But you're not going to be able to. It's not going to. That is not going to be any kickbacks for you, for the doctor or the staff, for, you know what I'm saying, helping them distribute this drug for ailments. Period. I feel like that would stop. Now, the cons of universal health care, personally, I feel, Oh, we already know the taxes are going to be high as hell. Okay, high as hell, hella high. Okay, number one. Number two, I don't think that we would get the best doctors because people are the doctors that we're going to get. Oh, that's kind of a pro and a con because we won't have doctors that's in it for the money. They're in it because they really want care about people's homeostasis, their well-being. Okay, you would have real ones. They would be, but they won't get paid as much. The opposite of that is they won't get paid as much, so they're not going to give us the best that they got. You know what I'm saying? Because the government ain't gonna pay what they doctors charge now. They could charge it all they want to. The government is gonna pay you. That might be a $2,000 procedure. Okay, the government is gonna give you. You better take this 500 and be happy. Think about it. That's why a lot of doctors, and some will do it because it's a yeah. The insurance will try. Insurance will try to not pay it and then put it off on the patient to pay it, and then it's a gamble if the patient is going to be able to pay it. Okay, but and some will like it because it is a guaranteed check, but it's not a guaranteed check of what you could receive. Okay, so it is a gamble. So like I said, we would not get the best doctors because it will cut back on how many people is going to go through schooling and pay all that money in student loans. Okay, only to get paid 70,000 a year for the job they do. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of it would stop. Because now it would be a government job. Now it would be a government job. In a government job, we know financially they don't really pay y'all well, but it's a secure job. You got to damn near kill the president to lose your job. In the government, the federal government, trust me, I know. I never worked for the federal government, but I know plenty of people. I grew up in D freaking C. Okay, in the DMV. Let me make that correct because for some of y'all that is from DC proper. Okay, southeast, northeast, northwest, southwest. All y'all that grew up in DC. I don't want to offend you. Southeast stand up. Okay, I'm just saying. Okay, I stayed in Southeast. Fort Washington is closer to Southeast, so I know more about Southeast. So Southeast stand up. Okay, Southeast, Southeast. Okay, anyway, and I stayed there for a little bit as a kid, but I grew up mostly in the affluent Fort Washington in Maryland, in the suburbs of DC. Okay, I grew up in Fort Washington. Okay, the con is taxes will be high. We wouldn't get the best health care providers, physicians rather, or providers. To be honest with medical billing code and all that stuff, we wouldn't get it because there will be no money in it. Okay. And the third con, I can't think of a third con. I'm pretty sure I wrote it down. But I can't think of a third con right now because my time is running out. So that's how I feel about it. I'm not saying I want one or the other. I, it'd be nice to know that I have insurance, whether I have a job or not. But I also don't, if we had higher taxes, I know it's going to fall on us low income and middle class to pay it because them rich folk ain't. You know what I'm saying? It's just not. That's how they got rich, avoiding paying excessive money for stuff that they don't want to. Okay. So that's all I got for you all today. I will see you all next week on Monday for the morning chat. And it is going to be a short morning chat, short week, because it is Thanksgiving. No, it's not, child. I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't got nothing planned. Got a damn thing planned. I might be on here more than you know. Okay, I'm be having hour-long morning chats. We gonna go in. We gonna talk about Thanksgiving. We gonna talk about greens, beans, bananas, potatoes, ham, jam. Okay, greens, beans, potatoes, ham, jam. And are you ready for Christmas? I'm not. I'm ready for it to be over. Not that I love Jesus was born. It was a wonderful thing. But child, no. Okay. Anyway, that's all I have for you. You all have a wonderful Friday. It's sunny out here in these Atlanta streets. So get out there, have some fun, and may y'all have a great Thanksgiving if I don't see you until then. Bye.